Okay, I have Siren VOXX on the phone. Siren VOXX is one of my favorite rock and roll singers. She is best known for being the lead singer in a great, great band here in the Southwest Florida area called Rock Candy. Um, I always talk about Rock Candy, and if you haven't had a chance to see or hear Rock Candy, I strongly recommend anyone listening to this to go to their website and find out their next show because you will absolutely love these guys. So with that, Siren, hello.
Hello, how you doing, Mr. K-Rock,
I'm doing
voice of
very
Southwest Florida rock and roll?
I'm doing very well, Siren, and I'm glad to be talking with you. I know you have an important announcement to make, and we're going to get to that in a second. But I do wanted to tell you how much I enjoy you and how much I love your voice and how much fun it is to go see Rock Candy. If you remember, you had a couple shows where I think I was sitting like in the front row, cheering along with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm a fan of yours as well, especially, Jacked Up Band with you in it. I mean, honestly, you guys are great. We're really fans of yours as well.
Well, thank you. How would you describe your voice? Because you have the kind of voice, like I want to throw out some names now. Your voice is a big voice. It's like a Ann Wilson, like a Pat Benatar. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a lot of
Yeah,
strength in that voice. How would you describe your voice to people?
I think my voice has grown a lot. I didn't have that big voice when I was growing up. I had a voice, I was in choir. I was in a lot of different musical projects in school. And then, of course, growing up in adulthood, my father was a musician. So I used to sing along with him, and we would do things like Rocky Raccoon, like Beatles and Carpenters and things like that. So I didn't really discover my power or the ability that I would have to powerhouse certain types of songs or musicians or vocalists until I was actually in my 30s, late 30s as well. So my voice now is developed into a what I would hope to be something that's well-rounded that I could almost hit just about anything that I wanted to do. I mean, we all hope for that, right? But it's gotten fuller, richer, more powerful as I've gone along. And I've taken a few lessons and I've made sure that I do all the right things, we all have to do for as musicians to take care of our vocal cords and our instruments, whatever they are. So I would say my voice now in the last 5 years, I've been extremely happy with the way that it's been going. And you're right about the Ann Wilson, the Pat Benatar, things like that. But it's nice to be able to do those softy things as well. I still practice them and make sure that I can I can go there without feeling like I'm butchering anything.
Well, hey, I can't mention Rock Candy without talking about an amazing guitar player by the name of Kevin Fox, who was just on this show not too long ago. Kevin's amazing. Kevin's a
That's right.
fantastic musician. What are your thoughts?
Um, on Kevin, my
Yes.
thoughts on Kevin as a musician, he's amazing. He plays, so many instruments, and people don't even realize he's a drummer as well, like a fantastic drummer. He plays bass and he plays horns, like he plays a lot of instruments, and he records his own stuff too. I'm happy that he's my co-lead vocal and backup on Rock Candy. That's part of the beauty of what we decided to do when we created it. Let's have something where we have a male and a lead and both backing up. And I've got to say, his vocal range, it rivals mine or any girl. It's just it's unique, and I'm very very lucky to have him in my life as both professionally and personally.
So, just as we wrap up about Rock Candy, why don't you tell us who the remaining musicians are in the band?
Absolutely. Eric Toman is a really great drummer. He's been on some session recording records for decades. He was out in California, but he's a good friend of mine. His name is Eric Toman. He's on drums, and he was in my previous project called Siren Classic Rock. And when we told him about the '80s rock that we wanted to do with Rock Candy, he jumped aboard. He's just a great guy. Ed Sellers is on bass, and he can sing backup. We would love for him to sing more, but he's just, he's Mr. Bassman, and he just does his thing perfectly. We're so thrilled with him, having him on board. Just a wonderful team player and just always smiling, always having a good time. John Mark Hanko, very versatile, talented keyboard player, rhythm guitar player. Actually, he's going to be on, well, I'll tell you, he's going to be on bass this Saturday. And we have someone else going on keys this Saturday because Eddie's going to be out of town, and that's at Twisted Fork this Saturday. So, but anyway, John Hanko is just a well-rounded player. He's in a couple of different projects as well, and I just think I think the world of him. I think he's got great talent, and we're lucky to have him. And of course, Kevin. He's leading the band now. For now.
Well, as I mentioned to everybody listening, please go see Rock Candy. So, with that said, you do have an announcement that you'd like to share with your fans. So, why don't we get to that? Why don't you go ahead and tell us what that announcement is?
Absolutely. A lot of people have asked, and they didn't know what was going on with me, and I didn't know until recently. I've been not well, a couple different things going on. Didn't know what was happening. When you're not feeling well, and you just got to go get checked out. Well, turns out very quickly they decided to do some blood work, biopsy, and it turns out that I have large cell non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, but I'm stage 2. So we were lucky and caught it early. It's nowhere else in my vital organs or anything, and we have a brand new protocol that was just approved from the last couple of years. And so 2025 is the brand new date that they're using it on people specifically for what I have. So it's pretty targeted, and we're confident that it's going to be, something that's totally beatable. And I hope that you guys will follow me on the journey and check in with me. It's a big deal. So yeah, I'm not going to be performing with the band for about 6 to 8 months. Be 6 months of treatment, couple of months of recovery, and then if all goes well, January 2026, I'll be back. But the band is going on. They're doing their thing, and we hope everybody will support the band. In the same time, I'll be working on my health, staying home, getting chemotherapy treatments every 3 weeks, 6 treatments, and I should be okay. So that's what we're hoping for.
Well, hey, your fans that are listening, if they want to donate, is there a particular website they can go to, or a Facebook page or something if somebody wants to either, maybe donate money or just send you a note?
Absolutely. Yes, we do absolutely have something like that. I have a GoFundMe. It's on my Facebook page, Siren VOXX. It's a longer, website name, so it's a GoFundMe. But if you go on my page, Siren VOXX, you can find it. You can also find it on the band Siren VOXX, which we have the press release out just today, came out. And of course, the information is on there, but they can also go to the website, which is officialrockcandy.com. They can go to our Facebook page, which is rockcandyfl, or they can email me directly or email the band at rockcandyfl@gmail.com. People have asked me, do you have a Venmo or a Cash App? I have those as well. And those are also going to be listed on the band page as well as my page, Siren VOXX. So you can find all that information and follow me. And I'm going to be putting up videos, different things, about my little daily progress, but progress for the call-in. Like people like you, you're amazing. You cover everything Southwest Florida rock and roll, and we really appreciate you as being, the voice for all of us. And I appreciate you doing the call-in thing with me.
Well, thank you for that. That's very nice of you. There's no doubt in my mind that you're going to be back on stage, singing your butt off like you always do. And we know you're going to get better. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be, thinking about you. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be maybe praying for you, and very hopeful. You're such a talent, and people, need to hear you sing, and you need to be back up on that stage where you belong.
I will give you a little sneak peek. Thank you so much for that, by the way. I will give you a little bit of a nugget. There's some things in the works where there's a CD. Actually, Kevin is recording a CD. We weren't going to say anything, but I'm going to tell you now. We have about 7 or 8 different artists that are going to record some songs and put them on a CD. Also, Spotify and all platforms should be out by July. And then people can purchase it. You know, they can have music from local artists that are volunteering their time and talent to do this, and the money will be raised to help me as well. Like I have great insurance, but you know, musicians, we don't work, we don't get paid. People think, you know, we still have bills, you know, and I want to focus on my health, and the community has just been just wonderful, you know. But this is a way that people can get a CD that's specially made for this, and they're dedicating their time and talent for putting it on a CD or on Spotify and all the platforms, and they're getting something for it that will remind them that they're helping me, you know, to get through this. And I'm trying to maybe do my own, where it's like, you know, some songs on one, but the chemotherapy kind of messes with your vocal cords temporarily, but we'll see what happens.
Well, Siren, everybody loves you, and we're all, wishing the best for you. And I promise you that you and I are going to be checking in with each other. We're going to keep the fans, abreast of what's going on. So let's agree to that now. That periodically we'll get you on the phone here, and you can give us all an update.
That's a deal, and that would be cathartic for me. And I think it would be amazing if you did that because it will just keep everybody in the loop. And, you know, there's a lot of little things that go on that people don't know about. So keeping updated, that's a wonderful thing. I appreciate you.
All right, Siren. Siren, well, listen, have a great night, and we'll be thinking of you tonight. I'll say a prayer, and we'll talk to you again soon. Okay?
Thank you so much. Appreciate you, K Rox, always.